everyone, welcome back to Marilyn Monday. I wanted to do something a little special today. I saw a thread in a group called Marilyn Monroe, the Immortal Goddess, and I thought it'd be nice to share some of their thoughts. The question was asked, if you met Marilyn, what would you tell her? So let's read some of their answers and see what they would say to me. Joseph Pauly says, thank you for years of dreams. Indiana Jones says, you are special. Christina Metheny says, you are goodness and like you a lot and love all your movies. Julio Farias says, Marilyn, you are the greatest star ever born. The world loves you. Dale Rice says, hello, dearest cousin. My daughter and you share the same 15th grandmother. That's a lot of grandmothers. Vaya Nanu says, I love you. I love you too. Nikki Luongo says, stop dating and marrying bozos. Guess that's just part of being a woman, isn't it? Alicia Saint, or ST, says, you are enough. And possibly more beautiful and talented than others, or you give yourself credit. Be careful who you trust and or get into contact with, especially with the Kennedys. There are those who will have you try or do new things that will be your demise. Be smarter than all of them, as you already are. You are and always will be loved. I like trying new things though. Lisa Ranby says, thank you for being such an inspirational role model. Well, that's a lot better than being a theme, isn't it? Lisa Peach says, a strange Scottish lady bought your house, but they have also uncovered your original floor tiles, which is nice. a strange Scottish lady. Alright. Chris Nasta says, that was adorable, beautiful, good actress, good singer, and exceptional human being, pure beauty inside and out. Don Pedro says, marry me. No. My heart belongs to Daddy, sorry. Lee Strombor says, have dinner with me August 4th, 1962. He could have saved me. Douglas Beach says, poop. P-P-do-poo. I think he means boop-boop-be-doo. Paulo Almeida says, beware the danger and fly with me. Amrin Court says, take me with you wherever you go, honey. Freddie Crescente says, I relate to you in so many ways. You know, we're never really alone, and there's hardly ever a problem that we're experiencing that someone else hasn't gone through as well. Rocio Brindis? I'm trying my best. He says, I would offer her my services to work for her as her personal assistant. This way, I could be close to her at all times. Could have used an assistant. Peter Corp says, I don't know, but I'd probably get a slap in the face. Some like it hot, and I do. Paul C. Irvine says, let me buy you a drink. Of course. Andrew H. Tudor says, marry me. Sirku Hit says, you are one of a kind, and we all love and adore you. Tell us how we can help to make you happy. I don't know. Does anyone really know? Mario Morin says, I would listen to her as long as she wants, so I would say less. Smart man. Linda Raber says, stay away from men that just want to use you. Dennis Christensen says, she left us too soon. Tina Buck says, you are better than this. What am I better than? Wait a minute. Bobby Friel says, miss you. I miss you more. Carlin Nelson says, so much I would tell her. You are worthy and beautiful. You know, there are a lot of people who are still around who could use these words of encouragement. Annabelle Lutz says, I would love to be your friend, Marilyn. Well, let's be friends now. Jeremy J.C. Mirage says, how do you want your hair done? Oh, please, somebody else do it. It takes so long. Cherie Matthews says, I'd like to be your friend for life, as she didn't have too many genuine ones, so it seems, and as I'm a Scorpio, we are loyal. Alright. I'm always looking for new friends. Cat CJ says everything's going to be alright. Don't we all need to hear that once in a while? David Jin says it's going to be alright. Susan Kokomo Lamb says keep away from exploitative men. Ashley Stewart Wall says to stay away from power. Like a studio hit? I know what you mean. Ronald Paracini Vasconcelos says, do you want to take a drink with me? Yes. Vicky Rocco says, you're the most magical person in the world. Benito Montes, you are gorgeous. Juan Romero says, stay with her to change her final outcome in the future. Yogan Panampalam says, you need help and I can get you there. Leon Blackburn, you are not alone and unloved. Jeannie Harris says that she inspired me in my career and that I love her and would love to help her any way I can. Let me know in the comments how I've inspired you in your careers, if I've inspired you at all. I'd love to hear about it. We should really focus on positivity. I think we've had enough negativity for a lifetime, don't you? Mazirami says you're great. Anne Milligan says you are a beautiful, talented lady. Stay away from married men and those who want to exploit and use you. Married men are the safest place, aren't they? Because you can never get drastic. They're already married. Dorothy Murphy Smith says I would say I want to be your friend. Brian Wilson, whatever did you see in them a-holes you married? Well, they weren't a-holes at the time. Not to me, they never are. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten it right 100% of the time, have they? I think everyone's made a mistake that way. Paul Dean says, I think I'm in love. Pavika Paula Vukik says, stay away from Hollywood, you are too good. Oh, but that's really where I had the most wonderful memories. I'm so glad I was there. I would never have met all of you. Andrea Martin says you are the most beautiful. James Anthony says I love you. Max Rodriguez Lopez says I admire your beauty and charisma. Elise Alaga says she is loved. Robert Tucho says that the world loves her. She is terribly missed. Ed Welser says I love you. Rich O'Hanna says, I'd start with hi. How's it going? And after that, just be in the moment. Ruthie Huber, you are such a natural beauty. See, I think all little girls should be told they're beautiful, even if they're not. So thank you. Alana Jenkins, are you okay? You know what? If there's anyone in your life that you think might not be okay, you should ask. I appreciate that, Alana. Diana Acosta says, I love you. Don Shearer says she is my distant cousin. Rose Nouveau says my grandfather had your picture in his wallet, showed me when I was a little girl. He carries me around with him. Rob Raboso says, I'm here to rescue you from everyone. Paul Baker says, find both a psychiatrist and a therapist and get the help you need to heal. I had both of those, Paul. I just didn't have the right ones. Rosario Casquillo says, tell her, you're kidding, right? I would hug her and comfort her as she always wanted. Her time. Deanne Stewart says, what an inspiration she has been to the women who have come after her.
And now, this.
And now.
Marcio Puccina says, stay away from Sinatra and the Kennedys. Sinatra was like one of my best friends. Gary Davis says, don't listen to the president. Brian Jones says, I would tell her how lovely she was and to beware of all the second-rate male losers surrounding her, especially the brothers, one of whom became president. Eric Thorson says, stay away from the Kennedys. Hans Roman says, stay away from the Kennedys. Denise McNulty says, stay away from the Kennedys. Joan Gialetto says, stay away from the Kennedys. Kim Bailey says, steer clear of the Kennedys. Bardo Osterman says, stay away from JFK and his brother Bobby. Paul Anderson says, stay away from the Kennedys. You are loved. Nara's Diamond says, stay away from the Kennedys and be more discerning about who you trust. John D. Pascal says stay away from the Kennedys. Daryl Lindsay Castle says that the Kennedys did it. Did what? Amba Andrews, stay away from the Kennedys. Jessica Jipping, stay away from the Kennedys. David Southey, be aware of Frank Sinatra and the Kennedys. I'm pretty aware of them. Jerry Rochester, stay away from those bleep Kennedys. Alexander McKinnon, keep away from the monstrous Kennedys. R.J. Ryan, don't touch the Kennedy. The way it's phrased. Don't touch the Kennedy. Just one. I love it. I love it. Andrew Kays, that I have always loved her. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. And stay away from the Kennedys. S.K. Bull says never die for a president. Becky Lynn Burton says stay away from the Kennedys. Catherine Kendrick says, if you come across JFK, run! Wendy Lee Penshield says stay away from the Kennedys. Ivana Wood says date no Kennedys. Jerry Sims, what was Jack like? I only really met him 1 or 2 times, so I don't really know. Ellen Thompson Thibodeau. Watch out for the Kennedys. They're not very nice. Stacy Ray Sheehan. Stay the bleep away from the Kennedys. Shelby Renee Erickson. Don't get involved with the Kennedys. Buy protection and know that you're going to be, or already are because it would be back in time, the biggest icon in history. You are loved. Paul Anderson. Avoid the Kennedys at all costs. Star in Breakfast at Tiffany's. I was busy, Paul. I was working on another movie. I couldn't do both. But I will. You know what? I'll do it now for you. Finish Something's Gotta Give. Whew, that'll be tough without Dean Martin and Sid Charisse around. I'm pretty sure those kids are all grown up. And I don't know what's going on with the dog. Spend more time with Marf. I've been called Marling, Marlin, Merling, but I have never seen anyone call Muff Marf. It sounds like maybe that's how Muff says his own name. Marf! Be good to each other. This is a brand new beginning for us, and let's make it a gentle one. Let's make it a beginning of love and acceptance. Try not to judge everyone. Just be gentle with them, because you never know how far that'll go. It seems like a lot of people had to say that it gets better and to stick with it, and to know that you're loved. And you know what? If you're watching this right now, you know you're loved, right? You are. And I don't know you, but I care about you. And I don't want anything bad for anybody. We all make mistakes, but there's no reason to let your mistakes define you. And you can always change as you move forward. And I think forgiveness for people who've made mistakes in the past is important, so long as those mistakes are not on a certain type of scale. You know, everybody knows what's unforgivable in their heart. Don't push yourself to put dangerous or harmful people in your life. But maybe forgiveness can be something that's in your heart. I certainly don't want to be judged by my mistakes 100 years later. Leave a comment below and let me know what you would like to say if you happen to see me someday and it was like not a moment had passed. I appreciate all the positivity and the love that was expressed. I'm grateful that the good outweighs the bad most of the time. I think that's true in most things in life. I think the good outweighs the bad in most people too.